What's up, everybody? Welcome to Doing Life with the Word. I'm Albie.
Brother O.
Shout out to our brother Les, who couldn't be here with us tonight, but we're going to keep the ball rolling. A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We're excited about this plan. Hopefully, y'all been following with us. Naked and Unafraid by Kevin Gerald. It's been giving us so much value, really pouring into us. We've been able to have some deep conversations. I've been connecting with people, Facebook, Instagram, just talking about how much
Spotify.
Right, talking about how much, just unpacking this whole plan. It's just been awesome. And, Brother O always going to give y'all something to think about in every episode.
Appreciate the flowers, man. Appreciate the flowers,
right.
Man.
We've been locked in with the YouVersion Bible app. If you don't have it yet, you got to grab it. We're going to tell y'all every episode. You have to get it. YouVersion Bible app is the best Bible app on this planet. It's, scriptures for days, plans for days, connect with each other, connect with people all over the world. Myself, Brother O, Les, we vouch for YouVersion. We use it every single day. It's just the best.
Yeah.
It truly is. So, yeah, hopefully y'all been following with us. YouVersion Bible app, Naked and Unafraid by Kevin Gerald. We going to pray and we going to get right into it.
So, Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time and fellowship. We thank you for day 7, for bringing us here about being your best in the stress. Father, thank you for this opportunity for you to be glorified as we go through stressful situations. Thank you that there's nothing that we go through that you haven't already conquered because you have overcome the world. So, Lord, we thank you for this time. We welcome you in, and we bless your holy name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. That was great. You said nothing that you haven't already conquered.
Right.
Did y'all catch that? Nothing that you
have. That's in John 16. I read that
earlier.
It's in this.
Awesome,
we'll go over.
Awesome. All right, let's go. Day 7, being your best in the stress. There is no such thing as a stress-free life.
Read that again.
There is no such thing as a stress-free life. So often you see reminders and warnings about the harmful effects of stress, scaring you into believing that the only option is to work to eliminate stress completely. The sooner we come to terms with the fact that stress is inevitable, the sooner we can release ourselves from the pressure to chase a life without it. Wow. A life worth living is always going to bring hard decisions, painful turning points, learning moments, and hard-fought lessons. John 16:33 says, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Jesus is telling us that trouble is unavoidable. But he gives us his peace to accompany us to the places he sends us. God is in the quiet parts of our day. God is in the quiet parts of your day. And it's good to go there to recharge with him. But God is also in the turbulence. He's in the noisy, loud, pressure-filled places that he has assigned to us.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow, Lord.
Good things happen in places of pressure.
Wow.
Pressure is where giants fall and battles are won. Pressure is where diamonds are formed and where babies are born.
Wow. The truth is, the presence of problems doesn't mean the absence of God. If you are facing a problem right now in your life, big or small, be encouraged and know that God is with you right in the middle of that problem. All progress has opposition, and all advancement has adversity. Everything worth obtaining has a price.
Right.
When you feel the pressure mountain, it's not the time to retreat. God was with Daniel in Babylon and closed the mouths of lions. God was in Macedonia with Paul and Silas and opened the doors of their jail cell. God puts us in places that are stressful to achieve the work he wants to do in that place. Stress is not the enemy. The enemy is the smallness we feel in those stressful places. Embracing stress instead of retreating from it can turn those high pressure situations into positive experiences. You can use stress to your advantage. Stress isn't the bad guy. When we embrace it, we can actually convert it into usable, helpful energy. How do you process stress? Do you retreat or do you embrace the place of stress and use it to propel you forward in your life? Wow, stress is not the enemy.
I mean, so many. Man, wow. How do you process stress? Do you retreat or do you embrace the place of stress and use it to propel you forward in your life? I feel like I used to retreat
Oh yeah.
when it came to stress. I would kind of like, I would just kind of throw myself. So whatever was stressing me out, I would throw myself deeper into that stress rather than retreating from it. So I guess I don't retreat from it.
Nah, you don't retreat.
Yeah,
you
I don't
throw
retreat.
yourself in it.
I throw myself in it, but the thing about it is I throw myself in it, but I go into this mode where the work got to get done.
Okay.
Like whatever is stressing me out. I'll be candid. So when Christina goes in the hospital, when in the past, she's in the hospital, therefore she's not there. I got her at the hospital. I got my son, all the kids at home.
Right.
We got basketball practice, gymnastics. We got basketball games.
Super dad.
Yo, so
I mean,
I kind of just check out of any regular mindset and I just go into work mode. This got to get done. 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 So I don't retreat from it, but I just throw myself into it to the point where my body will literally tell me, yo, you got to shut it down.
Yeah.
I'll just dive deeper into it. But what it is I guess in the past, I would forget about God.
Yeah.
I'll be like, all right,
Yeah,
well, I
you're
got to
so
do this, and this.
preoccupied
Right.
With your responsibility.
Right. And
it's hard to squeeze in devotion time.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what happens is I end up leaning on my own strength to get through it. I don't have no strength.
Yeah.
Without God.
I don't want to say you lean on your own strength. I think he equips you and understands what's going on and empower you.
Okay.
Because it could be a flip side to that where tragedy happened.
Right.
Your wife go in a hospital and you tank at home.
Right.
Ain't nothing getting done. Dishes, laundry. Ain't nobody getting to practice school on time because you so focused on.
Right. Okay.
And then and that makes your wife harder to heal in the hospital because she's like, yo, I'm so thinking, I'm thinking about what he ain't doing.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'll take that then. So in a sense, he's prepared me for that.
Right.
He's like, all right, I know what you about to go through, so get ready. And I'm thankful for that. If I think about it, I'm truly thankful that I have that mindset to continue taking care of the kids, continue being a father,
right,
and also being a husband.
Yeah, because you gotta turn up.
Yeah,
because when you don't have that extra, like your handicap.
Yeah.
When you don't have that extra help, Yeah. And it's because well, that's good. I'm glad you said all that because you learned a lot about yourself in stress.
In stress, right?
Yeah.
In it, yeah.
When wifey home, you can be home lazy, not doing nothing, playing Xbox. Not doing nothing.
I'm still, man. Listen, we always on the go. But I get what you're saying. I do take more moments now. With her being home, I take way more moments. What I do play the game.
Yeah,
go outside to play my drums, do some music stuff.
It's almost like insurance. Like you don't. It's best to have it and not need it.
Right.
Than need it and don't have it.
Exactly.
Because you pay it every month, and it's like one day you may need it.
I'm telling you.
You know what I mean? So I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
For me, it's do you retreat or do you embrace? I embrace it.
Okay.
I embrace it because I discovered a lot about myself. A lot of my stressful situations come. Matter of fact, all of my stress come from unmet expectation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if something don't go my way, I'm stressful.
Oh, so you one of those.
So it's one of those things where, for example, I have an expectation of how my mom should be with her grandkids.
Okay.
And if she don't meet that expectation, I'm stressed.
Wow.
You see what I mean? Because I put an expectation on how you should be.
Right.
If I go to the Jamaican store and y'all tell me y'all don't have oxtails. I'm like, yo, that's almost like going to Chick-fil-A and they don't have chicken.
Right,
Y'all call
right.
it Chicken-fil-A. Like why not?
Why would you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of my stress come from I'm expecting something of you, and when you don't answer, I'm like,
So
you know what I mean?
it's a,
If
it's
that
a,
makes
it's
sense.
a control thing.
I want to say yeah.
Okay.
Because, for example, I could go to the supermarket,
Right.
and I'm so used to the toilet paper and the paper towel being in the same aisle.
Okay.
I go to the supermarket, same supermarket, ain't nothing changed.
Yeah.
They put the toilet paper in the other aisle. I'm like, man, these white people always touching something. Like every time I turn around, something
I
like
hear
what
you.
was wrong? So it's like I had an expectation.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all. And it's and a lot of stuff with me is I believe in reciprocity, where if I'm kind to you, you should be kind to me.
Right.
And
Do to
that doesn't
others.
happen.
Do to others. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Everybody don't know
doesn't
the golden
happen.
rule.
So
Yeah.
my expectation, then I get stressful because it's like, yo, why is it that y'all like stuff was okay, then y'all shift?
Right.
You know,
Is
I
it
remember
annoyance or stress?
I call it stress,
All right.
but that's a synonym.
Okay.
That's a synonym. Yo, listen, I like shrimp food young. I never forget this happened before. I went to the Chinese store to order Chinese food, and they said they were out of white rice. How was that possible? I went because you
Yeah,
you buy egg food young, it come with a carton of rice or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
a quart or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just was like,
That.
so I think for me, I don't want to live a life of lowering people expectation.
Okay.
But like, if I expect something of you
Yeah.
and you're not meeting the mark, I ain't gonna say it's annoying and it's just stressful.
Sure,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yo.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
I want to say
Okay.
a lot of my stress.
Right.
I embrace it more so because I put an expectation on it.
Okay.
And think about it. Whether it's your spouse, your kids, your coworker, anybody who offend you or annoy you, or if Christina's up, she put an expectation on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, think about it.
Yeah,
If whoever I got an attitude with, whether it's the market, whether it's Jamaican store, whether it's my mom, whether it's like
Yeah.
I put an expectation. So you can really take a pause and time out and say, you know what? Why am I in my feelings about this?
Right.
Did I put an expectation on,
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting that, and then when I didn't get what I want,
Right.
yeah,
good.
so
That's good. That's good.
I embrace the stress,
Yeah.
but the homework is like I have to have that inner dialogue. Like, Alex, why did you have high hopes?
Yeah.
Not why, but think about it before you react. Think about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course. Of course. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of my stress has all to do with unmet expectations. Honestly.
Yeah.
It
And
do.
then we also, well, you basically just proved this point. We put ourselves in stressful situations. We add stress, unnecessary stress to our lives on a daily basis.
It's hard though, cause how do you mix hope with expectations? You got it, like they go hand in hand. Like if
Yeah.
I'm hoping for something and I
Right.
get let down, I'm like, oh.
Wow.
But should I walk around with no hope?
No. you
Yeah,
can't.
exactly.
You
So-
can't. No, you can't.
Right,
You
so it's
can't.
like,
No, you can't.
man,
Especially
like-
us as believers, you can't.
Yeah, like
You
so
can't.
it's
No,
like
you can't.
like hope and expectation. It's a fine line.
Right.
And I expect the Jamaican store to have oxtails. Like
Right.
I expect
No, I
the Chinese
hear
store to have white rice. I expect the toilet paper and paper towel to be in the same aisle.
Right.
So
I expect
man,
my
that's
kids'
so
rooms to be
minuscule to kingdom stuff.
Yeah.
But you just see how if you don't get a hold of those expectations, you'll carry that with your wife, your kid, your mom, your job. You'll create this whole thing and put all it, and you the only one with the inner dialogue.
Right.
It's like, yo, chill.
So that's how we get with God sometimes. We have
Oh, all the time.
expectations. Yeah, all the time. Right.
All the time.
Expectations of God. Like you said the other episode, God don't always heal.
Right.
We expect
Oh,
him
that
to.
opened up a can of worms.
Well, let's not say that. Nah, we upsetting the world, bro.
Yeah.
We upsetting the world. Nah, but that expectation of God, yo, God, you say you supply all my needs. Well, this bill needs to be paid right now. They calling me on my phone right now. That's an expectation.
Well,
and then
that's
when
the
it doesn't come, that's when we get in our feelings and there go the stress. Instead of having faith in the moment and saying, God, you are on time God, so I'm gonna trust you whenever you want to come through for me, I'm trusting you, I'm leaning on you. But instead we go the opposite route in our flesh, of course.
Right.
You know, it take faith, it take you to having a relationship with God to really be able to lean and depend on God and trust his timing, which is another thing I know you said that.
Oh man.
Yeah. But it takes
what
faith
you
and
learn
relationship.
is that God is never on time,
Yeah.
but he's never late.
Bro, say it. Dottie Peoples,
you know-
where you at?
you
Is she
know-
still alive? Well, if she not, rest in
You
peace,
know,
but she said it.
It's
Yeah.
he's
may not
never
come when you
late.
want him. Yeah.
But I wanted to share all that about my expectation because it said being your best in the stress.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talked about this before. We all got concurrent stresses. It's a concurrent stressor to be a husband, to be a father, to be an employee,
Yeah.
to be considered a leader.
Mhm.
Like whatever you know, it's some stress package with that.
Absolutely.
And it's hard to live without having expectations. Like
Right.
if you get in a car and that thing don't start up,
You're right.
if you go to cut the water on to brush your teeth and that thing won't cut on,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, it's so I think we're just wired and conditioned to have stuff our way.
No, that makes a lot of sense. It makes
You
a lot
know?
of sense. Absolutely. No, I agree. I definitely agree. I want to go to paragraph 3, bro.
Okay. Well,
So it's just a lot of good things that
I want to go to the title.
What's that? For real?
I want to where it says there is no,
No
such
such
thing
thing
as a
stress-free
stress-free
life.
life.
Yeah.
Read that
Read that
again.
again.
There
Yeah.
is no such thing as a stress-free life because most people believe there is a life
Right.
without stress.
Right. Right.
And what they do is they create something called appetites.
Okay.
And appetites is nothing but you taste testing and never becoming full. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all it is. And you think that that's going to fill the void.
Nah.
No, stress is inevitable. You
Yeah.
can't have
Yeah.
no contingency plan.
Nah.
It's just part of it.
There's no getting
And
around
and I hear people talk, you know, singles want to be married. Do you even know what marriage is? Newsflash, number one, it's never about you. And secondly, your spouse is not your project, it's his project, and he want to invite you to the party.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Most middle class or poor people want to be rich. Have you ever handled tens of thousands of dollars? Have you ever handled thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars? Have you ever? But you say you want to be rich, but
Yeah.
you never had it.
You don't know
So
how to
people
steward
think
it.
when you get married or you get money, certain habits change. No.
Right. Right.
No, that don't. No, marriage and money don't change. No.
Right. If you
money
were selfish single, you're gonna be selfish married.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. You know.
Right, right.
And you hear the people, if I could just get this, so if I could just do that, like stress is inevitable.
Right. Right.
You know.
Right.
Oh, my life would be stress free if I don't. No. No. The reason why you're stressing because stressing is a part of life. Like this plan taught us to read Genesis chapter 39. And I read 2 stressful accounts in there, and then about Joseph.
Okay.
And in verse 1, it said he was sold into slavery. Verse 2, it said, and God was with him. Verse 20 said he was thrown in a prison falsely accused. Verse 21 said, and God was with him.
Yeah.
See, what we do is say, well, God, if you with me,
Why
why did I get sold into slavery?
Right.
God, if you with me, why did this chicken head wife trying to, you know what I mean, falsely accuse me, had me to sleep with her? Like I ain't even into that.
Right. Right.
So we
you with me,
associate
why am I locked
God.
up? Yeah,
We say God, if you with me, why? God, if you with me, why?
Why? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Joseph didn't deserve all of that. And they say the sooner we come to terms with the fact that stress is inevitable, the sooner we can release ourselves from the pressure to chase a life without it.
Yeah.
Stop adding things to your hard drive that you think is going to remove the stress. You can't run from stress. Stress is a part of our life.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right. Right.
Now, this is one thing I do live by that. How can I say it? You can invoke stress in your life.
Okay.
Like you can.
Yeah.
Like self-inflicted wounds hurt
yeah.
the most.
Oh, yeah,
Like, bro,
absolutely.
you ain't had no business doing that. You
Yeah.
shouldn't have said that. Like
Yeah.
you bought that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Stress is going to happen. Don't invite it.
Right. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
No,
so
you're
I
right.
just that title, there's no such thing. Cause for years I thought like, man, you know,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm good. No, you're right. You're right.
you seeking it.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I'm with you. A life worth living is always going to bring hard decisions, painful, but a life
Learning
worth
moment.
living.
A wife worth
So
living.
it's like, yeah, stress is going to come. It's worth it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's worth it. It's worth going through the fire. It's worth going through it because what you get on the back end of it, especially if you, like we said, leaning and depending on God to get you there. Because what did Joseph get after all of that?
Exactly.
You know what I
We
mean?
know the end of the story.
Yeah,
With
like
him, Job.
right?
Yeah.
What did they get on the back end of that? By being faithful.
Yeah. Being sold into slavery, that's a stressful situation.
I couldn't
Being
imagine.
thrown into jail, that's a stressful situation. You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean. I'm grateful God kept me away from that route
Yeah.
in life for sure because that wasn't for me.
nah, me either.
Definitely wasn't for me.
Nah.
For sure. I like paragraph 3. It talks about. It says God is in the quiet parts of our day, and it's good to go there and recharge with Him. And I read that and I'm like, I talk to God all day. I'm at work. I'm walking through the hallways and
Yeah, you
students
need
around.
to.
Listen,
Especially you told me you casting out demons.
I'm trying to tell you. But every now and then we get to go outside and take walks. And when I be out there, I know I'll be with the kids, but I'll just take in the fresh air and I'll just with God in that moment, just praying and talking
That's
and
what's up,
just
man.
kind of releasing stress.
I feel that way when I looking at water.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
okay.
if it was in my perfect world, my house, my backyard be an ocean.
Yeah.
I could just cause that just
Yeah. It's calming.
Yeah.
It's calming. Yeah. No, I agree. But God is also in the turbulence. He's also in the, like you just said, but God was with him. God was with him. So it's just people got to really, really, really take that and apply it to your life. No matter how hard things get, you got to remember God is there. But you can't get mad at him for not doing nothing.
nah.
You can't get upset. You can't get, angry at the fact that you're dealing with the situation. No, I'm lying. You can get angry because it's a human emotion.
Yeah.
But you have to do what it takes to stay faithful and stay in that mindset of God, I'm going to trust you. And it takes time. It takes time. It takes relationship. And it also takes a willing heart. Trust. Yeah. And you got to have a willing heart. You got to be willing to say, God, all right, I'm going to trust you.
Yeah.
You got to do the work. You got to get into the word. You got to get a relationship. You got to get a prayer life. You got to read the scriptures. You got to get the YouVersion Bible app and start doing some plans. Get with some like-minded people to build that up.
You got to do? You got to unlearn a lot of things.
Yeah, man.
You got to unlearn a lot because when we, like Jesus called him Father.
Right.
You are a father.
Right,
I am a
right.
father.
Right.
This thing said, he has assigned to us. He put Jesus in pressure situations.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The
man.
Garden of Gethsemane, that was a stressful situation.
Oh my gosh.
You a guy that just love people, want to heal and drop game on everybody, and you gotta hear people say, "Give us Barabbas."
Man.
That's a stressful situation,
yeah.
bruh. The crucifixion, that's a stressful. I don't know if I will put my kids through what God put the Lord through.
Man.
But he called him Father, and I think
yeah.
when it said that Joseph was sold in slavery, and God was with him, and he prospered everything he did in Potiphar's house, you would think like, God, why? And it's like, we need to unlearn that God is going to put us in situations.
Yeah.
He's going to put us in the lions, and that just sounds,
But that's good teaching because it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
This life is not for the weak.
Nah.
It's going to be hard.
And Jesus is our example. Like, for
Right.
example, I had a couple of days ago, I was in a stressful situation, and I was upset because I didn't excel the way I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to have a special visitation with the Lord. Like, listen, are you about the title or the function?
Mm-hmm.
Because it seemed like you're talking more about this title instead of the function.
Right.
And if I don't really get a hold of that, I will let my occupation override my salvation because I'm talking more about the title than the function.
Yeah.
The function I'm excelling in. People talking about, but I talk about the title a lot.
Yeah.
And then I could get to the end of my life. He say, "Depart me, I never knew you, work of iniquity." And I'm like, well, Lord, then you focused on the title,
That's it.
not the function.
That's it. Yeah.
And this thing says, pressure is where diamonds are formed and where babies are born, where battles are won. Like,
Yeah.
you got to really look at pressure as an opportunity to let him work through you
Right. Right.
and not panic.
Man.
The last, man, what we saw, you called me and was like, Peter was like, he just kept saying, Lord, don't let me go.
Oh man. Oh.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Oh,
Lord, don't let me
man.
go. Lord, don't let me go. And he won't. He won't.
Right.
He won't let you go.
He won't.
He
No.
won't let you go. But we will let him go.
Yeah. If anything, he's standing
Yeah.
there, arms wide
And
open,
some
waiting for
stuff
you to jump
I
back
see
in.
why people give up. I see
Yeah.
why people tank and throw in the towel.
Mhm.
Because let's be honest, there were men that would have slept with Potiphar's wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. I've been locked up, been put in slavery. I'm doing.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm doing.
She
this.
was the reason why he was in there, but
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
she was making passes at him.
Mhm.
Some dudes would have hit it.
Yeah.
He
Right.
said, "Nah."
Yeah.
Like, what a standard.
Yeah. For real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus, if they'd have been like,
He
give
was
us
loyal
Barabbas,
to the, yeah.
like Jesus probably have been like, you know what, like you know. So it's we've been in some pressure situations.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You know, in life, and I'm glad we're here to talk about it.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right. We saw Creed 3 the other day.
how was it?
Oh, it was so good.
Oh,
man.
yeah?
Shout out to Michael B.
Because
Jordan.
I was
Jonathan
like,
Majors,
man,
yo.
they took Sylvester Stallone out, man. I'm a Rocky dude. I'm a Philly dude.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I like Rocky too. I love what they did with this next film because, you know, listen, if you ain't see it already, spoiler alert for real. 'Cause I don't know if you're gonna watch it, but I'm about to spoil some of it.
No, that's cool.
But what happened was Michael B. Jordan, or you know Adonis, he had a past, and a part of his past came back. A guy from his past came back, and he wanted the crown. He wanted to be the champ. But before all that happened, Michael B. Jordan had put so much into him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He created a monster.
Wow.
He created this monster, and the monster was beating everybody. But the monster wanted more, as we do, as people. We get a little bit. We want more.
It
We
shouldn't
want
have been
more.
called Creed. It should have been called Greed.
Yeah, no, nah, right.
That's what
for
it
real.
sounded like. What you're telling me?
Yeah. So dude was beating everybody and doing some bad stuff. You know, he was fighting dirty or whatever. And Creed was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm gonna fight you myself," but the pressure was, if he lost, number one, he would have lost his belt as the heavyweight champ of the world. But number two, the dude would have kept beating up everybody.
Wow.
So the pressure was, yo, I gotta stop this monster that I created.
Right.
And if I don't, it all falls on me. All of it. But then, you know, the movie goes on, and I love how they do it, the montage, because he goes and looks at the past, and they show how he like just forgets about it, washes the past away, focuses on the present, and digs deep. He obviously in the movie he dug in within to get the strength, but for us in the spiritual, we lean on God in those moments, because He's where our strength comes from.
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful moment because I was able to connect the natural with the spiritual, and it showed how he literally was looking within himself to find that inner strength. And in the spiritual, you close your eyes and you just get with God in those moments. You pray and you cast your cares and you dig deep and be real with God. We don't be keeping it real with God. He already knows what you're dealing with. He already knows all your struggles. He just waiting for you to say, God, I can't take this. I need you to take
That's
this from me.
That's a whole nother segment in itself. Transparency prayers.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You got to be able to do that. But I love how we are able to dig in and get our strength from God in so many different ways. So many different ways. Like, we go to church and the worship leader will say your praise is a weapon. Your praise is a weapon. Your worship is a weapon.
Yeah.
Anytime you open the scripture, open the Bible, that's a weapon against the enemy, against adversity, against depression, against anxiety, against anything you could possibly be dealing with. And that's you tapping into God's strength and allowing Him to pull you out of a deep, dark place instead of relying on your own strength to do it. Because we weak, man.
No, we can't. We can't pull ourselves out.
No, we weak. We weak people.
Yeah. And we weren't created to live apart from God.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Yeah. Right. And that's, it was a beautiful thing. It really was. It really was a beautiful thing. And like the big statement in that paragraph was, good things happen in places of pressure.
Right.
Good things happen.
Yeah. Like I said with Jesus, like look at his outcome.
Great things.
So and that was that was pressure, man.
Man, I shout out to the Chosen, man.
you
Oh my, we're gonna
you
say it every
can't.
episode. Shout out to the man, because when you watch it and you get to see this
Yeah.
man and how he plays Jesus, is the closest thing I've ever seen to anyone portray
Yeah,
Christ
it's the
on
greatest story
screen.
ever told.
And oh my God, the way they
Yeah.
do it is
It's a
just so
love story.
beautiful. And I was telling you that before. Like, it's gonna be so hard to watch when those parts come up, man. The garden and the crucifix.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough to watch. But I call it the ultimate sacrifice, man. The ultimate sacrifice. It's a beautiful thing. Great, good things happen in places of pressure. Pressure is where giants fall and battles are won. Pressure is where diamonds are formed and where babies are born. Man.
Like look at this, Pat. It says God puts us in places that are stressful
Mm-hmm.
to achieve the work He wants to do in that place. My advice for anybody: just stop complaining and ask the Lord for guidance,
Yeah.
endurance, and instruction.
Yeah.
If you're in a toxic, whether it's a marriage, whether it's an employment opportunity, whether you're on like your next door neighbor, Lord, what do you want out of this situation?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, where do you want your light to shine?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
apparently,
Yeah,
what I want ain't coming to pass. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
So it's
yeah,
like, I might as
yeah.
well just bow down.
Right. We're
Because I can't stop thinking about Father, because you are a father, I'm a father, and I would try to protect my kids from certain things, and so would you.
Mhm.
The Lord was like, nah, I'm sending you like a sheep amongst
Wow.
wolves.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And it's just like, would we do that?
Nah, I probably won't.
Nah, because we naturally, like, not that God isn't a protector, but I'm trying to shelter my kids. Even
Right.
now, I'm trying to shelter them from so many different things in this
And-
world, man. So many, but God is like, also, what would you do if the Lord said, yo, nah, let him go into that situation. Let him go be around those kids that's smoking weed. See what he does. What if, you know what I mean? So he could be the light. Because, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say?
I
Like,
don't know if the Lord will lead them into it. I think it's universal. It's going to happen anyway.
right.
They're going to
okay.
get exposed.
Right,
The
right.
marijuana
Yeah,
smoke,
yeah,
curse
yeah.
words.
all that.
They
yeah.
know they.
But as a parent, our first instinct, nah, I don't want you around them people. I don't want you in
Well,
that.
I think as parents we need to become teachers then,
Right. Okay.
instead of commanding, teach why.
Why? Okay.
You
Yeah.
know?
Well, then I feel good. I feel like we.
Yeah, you
do
got to
it.
teach. A lot of times people want to argue and complain. Just improve your argument.
Right.
Explain it.
Explain it. Let them know the reasons why they shouldn't. Instead of saying, nah,
So,
you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So if they ever encounter something, they have a word.
Right.
They could be like, no, because so and so, and this is what my family believes
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
and blah blah
okay,
blah blah blah. Oh
okay.
well, you, and it's like, okay,
I love it. I
yeah,
love that.
that's the only
I
thing.
love
That's
that.
the only rationalization I could think of.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, I love that. The truth is,
But yeah, man.
the presence of the problems doesn't mean the absence of God.
yeah, that's something we could tweet. The presence of problems doesn't mean the absence of God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's. It's hard to see the Lord in the storm,
Yeah, definitely.
but that
Definitely.
don't mean, he's not around. He's
Right.
not close.
Right.
Sometimes he feels so far away, but yeah, he's probably right next to us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he can feel what we feel. He understands. But some things in life just has to run its course, man.
Yeah, I agree. This the last thing I want to share about this devotion, day 7, because that it was just beautiful, and it something awesome came to mind in that moment. It's all progress has opposition,
Mm-hmm.
and all advancement has adversity. But the next sentence, everything that's worth of obtaining has a price.
Yeah.
So when I heard that statement, or when I read it, should I say,
Yeah.
everything that's worth obtaining,
worth it.
I thought about my son, my first child, Jay. Everything that's worth obtaining. From the moment he was born, I knew I wanted to have a great relationship with him.
Praise God.
Great, like I wanted to, like my father and I have a great relationship.
That's
It could be better, but we have a great relationship. But I wanted to make sure that Jay and I had the most fantastic relationship,
Awesome.
and it started from the day he was born and the day we brought him home.
Nice.
Cause I was up with him when Christina was up feeding him. I was up feeding him. I did not miss one. She'll tell you too. I was up every single time with
That's
her.
beautiful, man.
Cause I wanted those early moments. I wanted every little piece of moments with Jay, so that way we could stay locked in from then all the way to now. And it said it was it everything that's worth obtaining has a price.
Has
The
a
price
price.
was me being exhausted at work the
Yeah.
next day, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. Like when I think of this, everything that's worth obtaining has a price.
Mm-hmm.
I laugh at the when guys tell me how they met a girl and everything's fine and
Mm-hmm.
she's this, she that. I laugh at when a girl say, "Oh, I met a guy," and as soon as adversity hit.
Right.
So it says, "All progress has opposition.
Yeah. Yeah.
All advancement has adversity.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's worth obtaining has a price."
Yeah.
Soon as something attacking, oh nah, man, she tripping now. Nah, he need to grow up.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
soon as adversity,
Yeah. I hear you.
you know, and I just be like, well,
Mhm.
what happened? And it's like, so I guess people think people are mature. Like they don't need no. When you meet somebody, they're just already fresh off the showroom floor.
Right.
Like nah, you're supposed to add value and help that
Yeah.
person, and vice versa. And it's supposed to be an exchange.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's like,
is.
oh nah, they need to grow up. Nah, she got issues, and it's like, you know, what happened to the progress?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he was supposed to come package. No, you help with the package.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, man. This
But yeah, that blessed me, man.
No,
that
it really
blessed
did.
me, man.
It really did. It
You know,
definitely did. You know, being your best.
being
in
your
the stress.
best in the stress.
Yep. Well, everybody, thank y'all for watching. Join us next episode. We're going to kind of do a summary and finish out this plan, Naked and Unafraid by Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Rock with us on Facebook, Doing Life with the Word. Instagram, Doing Life with the Word. TikTok, Doing Life with the Word. We're not gonna be doing the dances like I said before, but y'all like, follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Every episode is on there. You can watch. You can listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We love y'all. We thank y'all for watching.
Thank you
also,
for watching our reels too.
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
been putting the
yo,
reels
for
up.
real. We've been blessed by y'all support and comment, share, testimonies, anything that you got some questions, connect with us on any social media platform, YouTube, whatever. We love
Even
y'all.
hit us up through Gmail, Doing Life with the Word at Gmail. Like,
Right.
Send us an email. Send us an email.
Yep. All right. Love y'all. Peace. And scene. Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, that was good, man.
Yeah.
Good things happen in places with pressure. This one's good. I'm gonna keep this.